Welcome. Today is 6th October 2024, and the important takeaways from today's newspaper are there are elections going on in Haryana Assembly. So 65% turnout recorded in Haryana. So that article is given. So we have to know just like election procedures, and for that you can revise election commission chapters and what are the powers and what is the code of conduct regarding elections, those things. And also you can focus on electoral behavior also. In the page number 1, in the same page, three more Maoists dead in biggest encounter in Chhattisgarh. Toll now 31. So there is left-wing extremism activities that's going on in Chhattisgarh. And regarding this, yesterday also we have discussed what are the reasons for the left-wing extremism in Chhattisgarh and so on. In the same page, they have given also about the NIA, National Investigation Agency. So from polity, you can cover the static topics. So, and other article is about the Shanghai Cooperation Organization that Jaishankar went for Pakistan, but he's saying that it's not for bilateral talks, it's about the SEO. And so High Court of Delhi, it declared that no bar on fathering a child after death. So this article is about like the rights of a child, and also uh, in this specifically, the High Court said it have ordered a city-based hospital to release the frozen sperm of an unmarried deceased man. I mean, the dead man. So while he was alive, he have donated his sperms for the hospital and to obtain a baby. And the court said that the Indian law did not prohibit the posthumous reproduction if the consent of a sperm or egg owner was proven. So in this context, that person, the sperms belongs to him, and he can uh, do a baby, and he can donate his sperms for obtaining a baby, and he can become a biological parent of a child, though he's died. So that is the that court said, and that is about that. So there is no bar on fathering a child after death. If some person is died after dying also, he can donate the sperms, the overall context. Yes. So next article is about the Sundarbans. Okay. Tigers, politics, and the sea, the adversaries that the people of the Sundarbans face daily. So in this article, it's a spotlight article given on Sunday paper today. So they have given a story of Sarojini Mandal and Saraswati Alia, and their husbands were died in a tiger attack in 2019. And this Sundarbans, as you know, it's a big wetland also, and we'll see the overall the summary of the article, and then we'll switch to the what are Sundarbans, why it is important, and we can also see the overall geographical things and also the problems that is facing by Sundarbans and the shrimp cultivation things and so on. So firstly, so about these women in Sundarbans in West Bengal, their husbands were died in tiger attack, and sometimes they give up honey also because in Sundarbans the honey is so abundant. So as their husbands have died because of the tiger attacks, so these women sacrificed eating honey also. Sometimes like almost 40 years later, I mean they have given 3 4 cases of women where their husbands or children died because of the tiger attack. And as we know, in Bengal, in Sundarbans, there are abundant of white tigers also. And for that, they have not received any compensation for 5 years because the government is telling that they done the fishing in a prohibited area in Sundarbans Tiger Reserve. So that is why they didn't receive the compensation. But although the Calcutta High Court, it told that the compensation of 5 lakhs was given to both Sarojini Naidu and Sarojini and Saraswati, both people, Supreme Court have told to give. And basically, when you do geographically, the Sundarbans, it covers about 19 blocks of 2 districts. And they have given some north. In north, there are 24 parganas, and south there are 24 parganas. Parganas means it's a part of district. Okay, it's like mandal. Uh, and the problem is that there is a human tiger conflict going on, and about 44% of the people in the region live below the poverty line also. So they don't have, they were below poverty line. They depend on the shrimp cultivation and also on the mangrove trees. Uh, and there is about 500 meters away from these people homes. Uh, there is a one committee also that they formed, the tiger attack, who are the victims of the families of the tiger attack. So they have formed a committee. So they were saying that there were no employment opportunities, it was single crop land, etc., etc. So and the Sundarban Tiger Reserve, it comprises of about 1699 square kilometers. That means almost 1700 square kilometers where there are no human activities. And in 8085 square kilometers, the buffer zones in that it's allowed. So there are weather wars also. I mean weather wars. That means there is a frequent climate change activities that is going on, and it is leading to the rising sea levels. And there is one island also, Mausuni, which is located in the mouth of Bay of Bengal. It is also uh, like being affected because of the climate change. And this island, it comprises about 22,000 people, and the island it spread over 27 kilometers. And they also face cyclones due to Bengal Bay of Bengal. So there is a Amphan cyclone in 2020, Yash cyclone in 21, and the Remal cyclone in 2024. And despite these challenges, there are 62 camps, because it's a tourist camps are there in the Mausini Island. You can locate my Mausini Island. It is in the Sundarbans in West Bengal region. So it's an island. And so there are some political things also going on. That's not important. Now we'll look on Sundarbans. Why Sundarbans are important? What are its significance? Uh, those things. Okay. So the Sundarbans, it is the largest mangrove forest in the world, and it is located in the delta region of the Padma, Meghana, Brahmaputra. So these three rivers comprises of the delta in the Sundarbans. I repeat, Padma, Meghana, and Brahmaputra. And these parts are there between India and Bangladesh. So both countries have the sharing on Sundarbans. And the Sundarbans is a UNESCO World Heritage Site also, and it is one of the most biodiverse ecosystems. And the key features are it is around about 10,000 square kilometers, and it is situated at the Ganga River, mouth of Ganga. And the Indian part lies in West Bengal, and the largest portion is in Bangladesh only with respect to Sundarbans. And in Sundarbans, there are, as it Bengal tigers are there, spotted deer is there, salt water crocodiles, various birds and fish. And also these are very rich in flora. I mean, Sundari trees are there. That is why this place is named as Sundarbans. And there are different types of fish, reptiles, and amphibian. And there are more than 400 species of wildlife also. And the people who are living here, they depend on the fishing and the honey collection and the wood harvesting. And and ecologically, it is important because it acts as a natural barrier against cyclones. It protects the coastal region, and it is very vital, as we have learned in environment. It's about carbon sequestration, and it helps in maintaining the health of Bay of Bengal's marine ecosystem also. And it's a breeding ground for several aquatic species like shrimps. There, shrimps cultivation goes on, and in socio-culturally, politically also there are some other dimensions. Politically, the Sundarbans, it is subject to both India and Bangladesh. So both people will rule there, and there is some transboundary cooperation between these two countries. And there are some policy issues regarding environmental protection, wildlife conservation, climate adaptation, and strategies are. I mean, these problems are there, and the people are like economically highly, as we have seen that 44% of the people are below poverty line. So they depend on the like conventional fishing and honey collection only. So it is affecting, and this is all about the Sundarbans. Now, there is also other dimensions. Like in 2019, they have asked a question that discuss the causes of depletion of mangroves and explain their importance in maintaining coastal ecology. So this question was asked in 2019, Now we'll see the causes of depletion of mangroves. One, like we can divide into two causes. One is human activities, other is a natural thing. In human activities, there is for the wood and timber, they are cutting forests. That is deforestation. Now there is also urbanization and industrialization that is going on, and aquaculture they are maintaining due to growing demand for shrimp cultivation, and there are shrimp ponds also, and they have expanded this agriculture expansion. These mangrove areas are converted to agriculture land also, and because of the oil spills, and many industries are there in that area, so because of the chemical pollution from factories, farms, etc., those things also there. And so tourism, because of tourism, the plastic usage have increased. They are building resorts by occupying the land, so these things are there. And why it is important, we have already discussed it. Like it will support the marine life. It will protect as a natural barrier against cyclones, carbon sequestration. It will filter the water also. It will filter the pollutants. The mangroves will filter the pollutant sediments. And so these and ecological significance is there for this. So next we'll switch to the next article. Uh, just scroll. Just scroll. Yeah, in page number 9, floods, landslips killed 10 people in Meghalaya. So now recently there was floods in Andhra Pradesh, there was floods in Kerala, Wayanad, there was floods in Bihar. Now the floods is in Meghalaya. Now why there are floods in Meghalaya and why it is important? What is about Chirapunji Maha syndrome? Why the rain is more at Meghalaya? What are the reasons, geographical reasons? Now we'll explore those things. So, what are the reasons for floods in Meghalaya? Are because Meghalaya, the two places, Masindram and Chirapunji, they are located in Meghalaya only, and these two places are the world's highest rainfall, annual rainfall in the world. These two places receive. So those are in the Meghalaya, and as we know that in Meghalaya there are Khasi Hills, Jaintia Hills, and because of that it is a hilly place. So there is a landslides, and also water will flow from the upper basin to lower basin, and the people who are in lower basin they feel floods and due to the landslides. And also monsoon season, especially the rain is very high in June to September, uh, right? And also topography, it has a steep terrain because of the hills and the mountains, and because of the steep terrain the water will flow very quickly than usual. And there are rivers like Simsang, Mintudu, and Umtot. I don't know the pronunciation. It's UMNGOT, and they were doing this. And due to deforestation, and in Meghalaya there is a high mining activities goes on, and there is also due to shifting cultivation. They practice slash and burn cultivation. Due to that, what happens means we need to cut the trees for doing cultivation, and because of that. These things happen. And also there is soil erosion. Because of the soil erosion happen, and the poor drainage system in Shillong. And also there is a problem of urban flooding and waterlogging, and there is a climate change things also. And the rivers also silted, and mining activities. Meghalaya is extensive. Meghalaya, they will do coal and limestone mining, and more people are involved. So we have also seen in newspapers various cases regarding the illegal mining in the northeast region. So that is there. So and infrastructure development issues, those things also there. And why this Masindram and Chirapunji they will receive highest rainfall is due to the southwest monsoon. As we when we observe the map of southwest monsoon, it will come from Kerala region. There are parallel lines that comes from the South India to the North India flowing. So in that way only it hits the Meghalaya also, the from the Bay of Bengal. So the southwest monsoon winds are there, and the because it is a hilly area, there is a orographic rainfall also, because the Khasi Hills it lies in inland. So because of that there is orographic lifting, and the moisture air rises, and it results in heavy rainfall in Meghalaya region. And the altitude is also very high. It is about 1400 meters above sea level, these two places, Masindram and Chirapunji. And These will lie at the wind side of the hills, not leeward, so rainfall is more. And the Bay of Bengal uh, adds moisture, full moisture to it, and there are convergence of air masses because in North India, when the monsoon winds are drawn towards the low pressure area, and during the summer months, the winds move towards the northern India, and those things, and there is a convergence of air masses there. So in this way, there is high rainfall in the northeast region. So you can revise what are the features of monsoon, why monsoon occurs, pressure gradients, Coriolis effect, and also retreating monsoon. Those things you can static things you can revise, and you can also revise ITCZ, El Nino, La Nina phenomena. So why the southwest monsoon is important for India. So these things might help in understanding geography very holistically. So we'll switch to the next article. So in the same page, they have given about the anti-cancer drugs to support QR codes to quick fakes. So QR means quick response codes. Whenever you are scanning the phone pay, Google Pay, those QR codes nowadays, QR codes are using in everywhere, in buses, in metro, in everywhere. You're like the digital penetration. Due to that, QR codes are using, and because anti-cancer drugs to support QR codes to check fakes, because in India, according to one survey, there is about the 30% of the fake medicines in the world are coming from India. And India is the highest production, as we know, in the pharmacy sector also. So there are many companies uh, who produce the fake things because the common people don't know. So there are certain problems in that pharmaceutical sector, and there are cases where the people, the companies, they are the fake companies, they are putting the sand, mud, and in the tablet, in the capsule, and they are selling it for the people, so illegally. And there are many Uttarakhand and in other places these things are happening, and the police have found them. And still there are many companies, and also there are around 30,000, not that I'm not sure, it's about more than 10,000 factories are there related to pharmacy. So those many factories, to control them, it's become very hard for the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization also. And this is not mentioned in the news. This I have heard here and there. So by this, so why? What are the other things that government have taken to curb the medicine faking? I mean, counterfeiting medicines, because medicine is very important, uh, and many people now, recently we have seen also in 3 by 4th of the elderly people, they have a chronic disease, and chronic diseases needs continuous medicines also. So for children, for pregnant women, and vulnerable people, and also the people who are not healthy, all people, medicine is most important, have become most important aspect of life. So like curbing the anti-faking things is very important, and stringent enforcement mechanisms should also be done. Regarding that, there is a Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940, and also Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. We call it as CDSO. It is also a national regulatory authority. It is responsible for the regulation of pharmaceuticals, including the licensing and monitoring of drug manufacturers. And there is a uh, there are other technological intervention. That is, one is QR code. For only cancer drugs, they are taking on. We have to make it forward for all the medicines also. That can be a forward way forward. And also there is one portal called Sugam portal. Uh, there is one portal called Sugam portal. It's a digital platform by CDSCO. That is a Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. It will control that, and in that, they will track the drug manufacturing licenses, uh, regulatory approvals, import-export activities, the tracking of the medicines, those things. But it's not yet came full-fledgedly, so those things should be done. And drug testing laboratories, the quality they are not meeting. So state-level drug testing laboratories, they should also be. Uh, they should be. The governance aspect should be strengthened there. And also we need to do some PPP or pharmaceutical security institute, so that we can produce more. And also several private drug companies, they have initiated the mobile apps for drug authentication. For example, on these days on the books also there is a QR code to verify whether it's a product or is uh, fake or not. On the headphones of different companies. So recently, I have like on board company also they have given a scan QR code where if you can scan code, if you got code something, then it is a original product. So those things are there. And in this medicine, in this cancer related QR code, if you scan that, you'll get two data. One is what is the name of the drug, who have manufactured that, and what is the when it is printed. I mean, when it is manufactured and when it is gonna expire. Those things we can see. So there are different public awareness campaigns also like Jago Grahak Jago. So in advertisements you can see. So those things are there. And so next we'll switch to the next article. Uh, so in page number 10, they have given about the securing a job has become harder in Maharashtra. So unemployment issues have been given. And recently we have seen the issue of unemployment in Jammu and Kashmir also, and insurgency in northeast regions, militancy causes in that unemployment is a major challenge. So unemployment also in the last few discussions we have done, you can see what is unemployment, how India is doing, what is the periodic labor force survey, why it is remain same in the last year and this year, what it says. So those things we have discussed in a few in the last week. You can do that. And the last article for today is in page number 11, 2 months on Meghalaya, polio cases shrouded in secrecy. So there is one polio case have emerged in Meghalaya on August 12th. So they have given about polio virus. Why? Because polio vaccine derived polio virus cases emerge when children are not fully immunized. If the children are not fully immunized, then it comes. And so, what are the things that's going on about a particular case? They have the ministry has not shared the complete details of the polio case till date. Some about that particular case they have given in the news article about there is no evidence, there is immunity deficient, some hospitality things that is not required. Now we'll see what is polio, why it is occurs, and that's it. So polio. Now, the polio, it's a virus. We call it as polio virus, and it will primarily affect the children, and it can cause paralysis or even death also. And this polio virus, it belongs to enterovirus, and it is Picornaviridae family, some Picornaviridae family, and it causes mainly through to the contaminated food and water. So there are some characteristics for it for the poliovirus. It is a single-stranded RNA virus, ribonucleic acid virus, and there are three serotypes. One is a type 1, type 2, type 3. Uh, the type 1 is the most common and virulent. Uh, and also the host, humans are the only natural hosts of the polio virus. So this is a main point. I have searched in various websites also. It's remained the same. Humans are the only natural hosts of the polio virus. Just remember this. And the transmission is done by the it comes through the fecal or oral route through the contaminated food, water, or surfaces by direct contact. And also types of polio disease. It's a non-paralytic polio. 90 to 95% are asymptomatic. I mean, it causes a mild fever, sore throat, fatigue, etc., etc. So some fever, fatigue, headache, nausea, sore throat. These are the symptoms of the polio. And every the frequency is there. I don't know the frequency, but the central government it gives the polio vaccines to every child on a Sunday. Okay, we call it as Polio Sunday in every railway station and in every public place. The ASHA workers will give polio vaccine to the children for the immunization, and there is a global polio eradication initiative also. It was launched in 1988 by World Health Organization and UNICEF and Rotary International also. Until now, there are 2.5 billion children have been vaccinated by this. And India was declared polio free by World Health Organization in 2014. But now the case Meghalaya case, something they are saying. Let's see what happens. Uh, So there are uh, and polios are still endemic to countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, and so these things are going on. You can work on it. The thing is, it's an RNA virus, fecal oral route. In 2014, the India is declared polio free by the WHO. So, so that's all for today. They have given another article about the uh, antimicrobial resistance that we have discussed in the last week regarding the Kerala antimicrobial resistance, chicken, and also meat production, Tamil Nadu. Those things are there. And I think if other time it pops up, we'll discuss. And there is other article in page number 12 that is about how are tanks armoring Ladakh sector. So as we have now we are seeing this uh, Israel, Palestine, Hamas, and there are many lessons that India can learn with the Ukraine, Russia war, Armenia, Azerbaijan war, and Israel, Gaza, Lebanon. So these things. Now India is planning to improve its defense capabilities uh, because in these wars they have used big defense technology equipments also like airburst ammunition to be fired from 300 cannons, and also drones they have used ATGM things and future ready combat vehicles. So now India need to strengthen its military equipment also no? And on these lines the indigenous light tank Joravar being developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization and also L&T. So here they have given what are the challenges due to high altitudes. Those machines which we import from the Israel, from Russia, and from US. So different from different countries, we will import different defense equipments. The problem is that the equipments are designed for their weather capabilities. Now, when we come to the Himalayan region, the weather is so different, and at high altitudes, the oxygen levels go down, and because of that, the machine can't work well. So we need to work on those things also. Here I said. So they have given some different places about line of control, line of actual control, Eastern Ladakh, Kashmir, Akshay Chin. So these places just point out on the Indian map. So these things are there. And there is another article about the salt pan land being used for homes. As we know that there is a Dharavi redevelopment project that is going on in Maharashtra. And for that project, the government of Maharashtra have brought a resolution to give up about 255 acres of salt pan land. Salt pan land is basically a land where the salt cultivation goes on, and uh, because the salt cultivation Golan, it's a low-lying areas around the shore of the Maharashtra. And so just see what are the advantages, disadvantages, and in that angle. Uh, some what are the terms for allocation of land is the state government will collect the land revenue from the Dharavi redevelopment project, and the stakeholders are it's a like SPV model, special purpose vehicle, where Adani Group will hold about 80% and the state government will hold about the 20% of uh, the project. So a special purpose vehicle is basically it refers to a legal entity which is created for a specific purpose. So now Adani Group is taking up the uh, Dharavi thing, and Dharavi is a as we have known that so, so Dharavi, we will see now background. Dharavi was initially a fishing village, okay? Then it is transformed to the slum due to the industrialization of Mumbai and the influx of migrants. Then over time, because of the unorganized plan, there emerged the leather, pottery, and textile industry. So there is a great documentary regarding the Dharavi street. You can watch on YouTube in your free time if you wanted to. And this Dharavi project, redevelopment project, it was first proposed in 2004, but due to some circumstances, due to not there is no land that time with the government. Because of that, there is a backward step. Now, in the last year, they have come forward for this Dharavi redevelopment project by the Adani Group. So the objective is to like planned urbanization, and they will give housing for the residents, for the economical upliftment, And there are many challenges, like because Maharashtra is a fully dense populated area, and giving houses to a large number of people, it's a problem. And there is a land ownership problems also, because if people relocate, we have to rehabilitate them. That's a problem. And also there is political bureaucratic hurdles, and there are financial constraints also. To build that much big project, we need a lot of money. And so so Adani Group will develop the project in next 7 years. So that is all about the our project, and that's all for today. uh, have a great day. Good night.